Hello and welcome back to Dungeons and Dragons. Hey, we're starting. Last time the team had finally made it back out of the Feywild. They're back here at Jamie's. Finally had a good night's sleep. Oh my gosh. Woke up in the morning, had a nice breakfast. Druids came to try and collect Makai's corpse off of Jamie. Not happening. Thrakus and Varys went to see Micaiah's resting place in Jamie's fridge, as I'm now calling it. And
It's the florist shop.
yeah.
And typically, the cats have decided now's a great time to start growling.
Exactly.
I
Yeah.
might have to check on that shortly.
So, sort of them resting. Meanwhile, Jamie came down to have a heart-to-heart with Avril here, who immediately freaked out about the whole thing after finally getting to learn the spell that did some things in their life. Yeah, that's pretty much it in a nutshell. What's everybody doing? Varys, Thrakus, what are you guys doing up in the fridge?
I think Varys is probably wading through the flowers.
There. They are. There's a mountain of them.
Mm-hmm.
Does he need uppies?
I can manage, I think. Thank you, though.
Okay.
I appreciate the offer.
And I'll walk through them with surprising agility because I am not encumbered by this terrain.
You are not affected by flowers, correct?
Nice.
I guess Jamie's house is your favorite terrain, isn't it?
But
Damn.
I just Beckett's locked in the room with me. There should be no more growling.
Perfect.
And I've arrived with treats.
Wonderful.
Fantastic. All right, you guys have waded through the flowers, and yeah, I come upon Micaiah laying upon this cool granite slab, in a zone surrounded by 5. I never found out what I wanted to call them, like pedestal candlestick things, sticking up out of the ground. Standing there, with purple candelabras, I guess, but like way longer. Candelabras, maybe. I don't know.
Stone prints or something.
Well, they're metal stands that stand about Varys' height, probably a little bit taller than Varys. That hold purple crystals in them, set at 5 points around the room. That Micaiah is in the exact center of, seemingly focusing the magic that is at work here. And you see Micaiah laid out, just absolutely covered in flowers. But you see specifically where she was cut in half, has been meticulously repaired, to the point where you would never know that she was harmed in any way. And if you didn't know any better, you would say that she was just sleeping there. Yeah, other than being a little bit more pale than they normally would be. Yeah.
Off topic slightly. Is Micaiah ginger?
No. She's
She has green hair, I think, right?
Yes. Yeah.
For reference for the viewers, I am ginger. I have right to make that joke.
Yeah, we got 2 gingers here, actually. Yes, she is actually quite tan. normally. She normally
Fair
has green hair, but she is currently quite pale. And sure, there is a growing ginger curls coming in. The soullessness is no, it's just
What have I done?
purely normal, just a little pale. Probably just because there's not blood flowing within her. It's
You're
just
lucky
being.
Ailey's not there, or she'd be like, oh, she's a vampire.
Yes.
I'll be a dragon, maybe I can be a vampire.
Anyway.
Backup plans.
There's indeed Ailey's backup plans. Oh god. Anyway. So. What was the plan here?
Alright, so she's not going all autumnal on us. Good. I mean, honestly, Thrakus would be taking their lead from Varys. Kind of viewing him as the head mourner, I guess.
I think Varys takes Micaiah's hand and sort of holds it for a little bit. And he's quiet, sort of just looking down and then at the flowers around them. I'm sorry for what happened. I know that you knew the risks going in there, but it's always so much more. It's much more real when you're in there. We're going to get you back. I'm sorry you were in that position in the first place. But also, I don't think that you would have let us go without you anyway. You're very brave like that. Like when we first met you, you fought a giant by yourself. Alright. We're going to fix this.
So, just... Unfortunately, it's a skeleton hand. Put a hand on his shoulder, trying to comfort him.
I think Varys would raise his hand up and just gently pat the skeleton hand. He doesn't seem to react differently to it being the skeleton hand rather than a flesh hand.
Good to know.
Sorry, there are cats making some noise outside. I'll be back in a sec.
No worries. Well, if you didn't have anything else, Thrakus, we'll cut somewhere else.
I mean, Thrakus kind of doesn't want to say stuff in front of Varys.
I see.
I'm back.
All right. Do you have anything else you'd like to say? Or anything else you'd like to do there, Varys?
I think Varys just stays there for a bit. I think he probably looks at Thrakus, wondering if anything's coming forward from her. I think because he probably remembers what went on between them in the Feywild. It was a bit of a sticking point, but
Yeah.
he won't say anything about it.
Yeah. Well, she gets to be extra awkward then.
Yay!
Perfect.
Yeah. Because she was like, yeah, I wanted to maybe not around you, friend. It's just like, I'm being supportive and no other reason.
Would you like me to leave, Thrakus?
No, what would give you that impression? I'm being supportive. Would you like to leave? We can leave. We can leave together.
Can I roll an insight check?
Sure.
see what's going on. Yeah, probably not that great. There's a 14.
I mean, roll a deception
I'll roll a
check.
deception. Hey, classic.
Yeah, that checks out.
I don't even have bad charisma. I just am not charismatic.
Notice the dice knew exactly what was happening. Just
I think I've rolled really well on charisma when we needed it to once. That's about it.
yeah. Yes, you can very much tell that Thrakus is being extremely awkward about the situation. You can guess why.
Yeah. Ferris just gives a little nod, I think, and pats the skeletal hand again, then wades back through the flowers. If you'd like to stay and say something, I think that might be nice. I'll give you the peace and space to do so, if you would like.
I mean, sure, but if that's what you want, finger guns.
Varys gives his finger guns back with like no irony to him, and then leaves the room.
Understanding finger guns.
Mm-hmm.
Finger guns
So
of reassurance.
High level item, magical item there. The finger guns of reassurance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is also the red devil-like creature doing finger guns at you, one with a red hand and one with skeletal fingers.
Oh yeah.
Fine, this is normal.
This is
These
great.
are the sort of friends that Varys would want. Of course.
Mhm.
Oh, this is why he gave Thrakus a hand back. Yeah. Like, it's just sad if it's a finger gun and a single one. It's one?
A solo finger gun? Never been heard of.
Tragic. Yeah.
Okay, well, Varys wades out through the flowers, finger guns back, and leaves the room.
I think he takes one of the flowers as well too, as he leaves.
Mm.
No problems there. Jamie was trying to give them away.
Absolutely.
Mm. Okay, Thrakus, time to just raw dog feelings. Okay. Oh Jesus. See, I'm just playing with things and fidgety. Okay. So Thrakus sort of creeps further because she'd really put as much distance as she could between them because she's just. This is very confronting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just she goes to reach out to touch her and then realizes she's doing it with the skeleton head. Gets all weird about like, nope. Okay. Other hand. Cool. And just sort of puts her hand on top of Micaiah's hand. It's like real gently.
Okay, can I get you to roll me a perception check, please?
Yes.
Okay, keep going.
That's not off-putting at all. Just so Thrakus leans forward and is like, "Hey, so sorry this happened with you." And she just sort of regroups herself and it's just like, "The hell do you say? Why am I saying this to?" Makai's soul isn't even here. Why am I even doing that? No. Okay. So I was a butt. Yes. Let's go with that. You tried to apologize a lot, and I just let you get chopped in half in front of me, and I promise I didn't do that on purpose. And we're gonna get your soul back, and it's gonna be okay, I hope. And don't go into the wherever. Just chill out for us, please. Don't go into any bright lights or wherever the hell you'll go. Damn it, your friends were literally talking about this 2 seconds ago. I don't even know, man. And Tharkus is just gonna...
It's at that point when you now remember that there is a elderly dwarf here. Sorry, an elderly druid here as well.
What the fuck?
He steps up beside you. You make the perception check and goes, "No, we just return to the earth. There's nowhere where we go. But thank you."
Whip her head up and stare at this person like.
She could like it's a small grin on her face and be like she has very mixed emotions by sadness and just laughing internally about what you were just doing. She says, "It was sweet of you to come and say these things, but yeah, I'm sure where she is right now, she is happy that you are still fighting for her."
I love that that's what the perception check was for.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably thought it was about Micaiah's body or something, and I was a bit disturbed. No, I forgot there was a person in the room.
Yeah, she accompanied us last time.
Yeah, I immediately remembered that when Skelly let that. Okay. Well, Fox is gonna make various non-committal noises, and start just briskly walking for the door, and then just turns around, grabs a couple of like a bunch of flowers, and just quickly leaves.
Perfect. All right. You walk a bit faster than Varys, so you kind of catch up to him before he gets downstairs again.
The conversation I want to have is before they get downstairs.
Okay.
Okay, we'll switcheroo.
Switcheroo. So meanwhile, Avril has just run from a light manifestation of their sister, you're guessing, while Jun's in the kitchen, in the dining room here with you stuffing face with pie.
Mm-hmm.
And Jamie's over here, so everyone's out of here.
Oh, so Jamie's down here with us.
Yeah, Jamie came down.
Calm at the everything Ailey's about to say.
Probably.
Yeah. Hey, John.
Yeah?
Do you think he liked her? Or just liked how she looked? Because, we could put a different soul in the body. Or you can do the change thingy, right? So if he gets a bit sad, we just get him drunk and you pretend to be her for a bit.
So Jun has a giant mouthful of pie. So through his giant mouthful of pie, when you first start saying that, Jun's like, It's Varys. And then as you say, you could just turn into her for a while, his mouth drops open and you just see bits of pie falling slowly to the ground in like comedic shock timing.
It's been. Do you know how long I've waited for these two characters to basically be alone together to do this?
Oh, yeah.
Oh no.
I've missed you, Pyro.
Jamie's just gonna like look between you both and then just chomp some pie. Like, yep.
Yeah, that's Ailey.
Jin just looks at Ellie and goes, I'm not doing that, as he shoves more pie into his mouth.
Okay, but if he gets all mopey and doesn't do anything for a while, I do think that could be the only way we might be able to get him to do stuff again. You just be, ooh, you should fight. Ooh, I'm a ghost. Ooh, and then you just go back to being you.
Look,
Like Jamie's probably like looking like question like we're already sort of like just soaking this all in, but then realizing that that's all that Ailey thought, just like squints her eyes like, oh right, of course, and then goes back to eating.
Everyone else probably has different ideas, but Ailey's just like, you know, little FaceTime motivation, pretend to be a ghost. Yeah.
Yeah, that's totally gonna motivate him. It's not horrifying at all.
Jin's gonna like squint at her, kind of like he's trying to figure her out, and just kind of go, look, I haven't had people I care about for very long, but I do think Varys actually cares about her. That's why it works so well when you tease him about it.
Oh.
And
So he's like my brother.
I don't know about that. I don't know what you mean. But I also don't think that...
Feelings and things.
The what, sorry?
Feelings. The emotion thingies. And then he
Yes.
likes the person and gets all sad when they go away, and then he chases them across the ocean, and it's weird.
Well, I think Varys is a little bit more sensible than that, but I don't think that just pretending to be her for a little bit would make him happy. I don't think that's how it works. I mean...
Yeah, I don't know much about halflings and their...
Well, like... If Varys was dead, and someone pretended to be Varys for a little bit, would that make you feel better?
If I didn't know they weren't Varys.
Okay, that tracks. Why did I even ask that?
Huh?
He's just gonna like put his head in his hands a little bit and like wipe kind of his temples a little bit and kind of
If someone pretended to be my mum, though, I would not be happy, even if I didn't know that it wasn't her. Or I did know, because, yeah...
Did you like your mum?
No.
That's the difference.
Oh. Like, massaging his temples very intensely.
Yeah.
And Jamie's over there now, like having the pie in one hand and is just like picking at it like popcorn. Like,
oh, Ailey would still be eating like, you know, cheese and pies through all of this as well.
Jun's like
Probably
started
with
looking
morning whiskey.
Jun started looking to Jamie, going like,
Help me.
like with eyes of like, I don't know what to do. Help!
And she's just like shrugs. You're on your own for this one, Chief.
Jin's like, I have to live with these people at least for now. I
Do you
think
ever care about anyone that much?
no.
Okay.
I think it's I think you have to be a special kind of idiot, really.
So you're like me, and Varys is like my brother, and Thoricus is both. Ailey's trying to categorize things into boxes she understands.
Whether or not a friend has feelings.
Ailey's confused because she's like, she likes Jamie, but doesn't act like Varys. But then acts like Varys when Jamie's involved, so she doesn't know what to think. She's like, this is outside of my mechanics, of my brain.
The alien alignment chart.
Yeah.
Like somewhere between my brother and me.
Yeah. The only other options are her mom and her dad. And no one is like them so far. If maybe that other bard they met, he did kind of remind of like a douchebaggy version of her dad.
Just imagining Ailey has like a mental T chart of like, and like really badly drawn, scratchy handwriting that says good, and the other title just says bad.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
Exactly.
Basically. She has her own set of morals that she is very strict about, but nobody knows what they are, not even her.
Correct.
That tracks.
All right. Well, Varys and Thoricus, you, let's say you starting to come down the stairs when you see Avril running up, the other ones sobbing and yelling.
There's like a full-on howling.
Yeah. And you catch the very end of this conversation.
The Thoricus is like the in between.
Yeah.
That part of it.
Yeah.
Jun looks over at Thoricus and Varys, like, apologetically.
Like, help me.
Yeah, a little bit apologetic, a little bit help me.
Okay, I'd have to roll an insight on that one. Eric's has got a lot of stuff going. Oh, whoops. Sorry.
Hey.
Good morning.
That was a history, though, for some random.
Woo! History!
Woo!
You know history now!
God damn.
Varys,
mouth.
are you good with children?
Oh, I mean, I feel like I was good with kids when I was a kid, but I feel like I just haven't really interacted with them since.
What are you talking about? We interacted with all those dwarf kids.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
did.
Yeah, we did. Why do you bring that up?
Because Avril's crying, and I don't know what to do when someone's crying.
Did you ask
She's
what was
too young
wrong?
to just give her alcohol.
Yeah, I mean, alcohol is not a solution to really any problems, but I mean, did you ask what was wrong and what upset her?
Would she have because that was last episode, so I don't know.
You did not have a chance to even try.
Okay. No, she ran pretty fast, and I was eating.
Yeah, that tracks. Okay.
Jamie will
Would you
say,
like me
it was my fault. I was trying a little bit more of a hands-on approach. Not my best
You
work.
didn't remove her hands, did you?
That's not a hands-on approach. Who have you been talking to?
Hands off
I'm
approach.
sorry.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, okay, I guess that does make more sense.
That's a
I don't know.
removed approach.
I'd probably run away if somebody removed my hands.
Yeah, that's fair. Did you run away when somebody removed your eye?
No, I screamed on the floor of a cave as liquid ran out of my eye socket where my eye used to be.
That's also a fair response. I think that's kind of what
kinda
everyone's
crazy.
feeling right now, honestly.
Yeah. The fake queen take her eyeball as well?
No, I kind of just like brought back some of the most horrible times of her life.
Oh, it was a trauma thing? Okay.
Oh,
alright.
her mother? Did she see her mother too?
I don't think so.
Ailey, it's not everybody's. I know that our group would probably beg to differ, but like, not everything is a mom thing.
I think only two of you have a mom thing.
I
Yeah.
don't.
That's enough.
I don't know if you can have a mum thing when you don't have a mum.
Oh, that's definitely a mom
Ouch.
thing.
That's sad. That's real sad. Varys just looks around the room, thinks about his mum who like raised him to fight and was always there and fed him, and he just kind of looks down and he feels a bit sad for everybody around him.
I'm the only one here with good parents.
I mean, Varys' dad is a big old
Ailey's
question
dad
mark,
was
but his mum's great.
Ailey's dad was fantastic. He was very chill.
Sorry.
Not quite
Good and not
fast.
absent.
Yeah.
Not there a lot.
Good and there all the time. Oh boy. Okay. Does somebody else want to go and talk to her, or should I?
I mean, you're probably the most sensible option, to be fair.
Ah, yes. That's what everybody loves hearing, that they're the sensible option.
Why is
Okay.
he the most sensible?
I know, that's what I was just thinking. Do you want to go do it, Taragas? You're pretty sensible.
Would it be weird if both of us went?
I don't think so. I feel like teamwork, right? Like there might be stuff that you understand that I don't, and vice versa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe that'll
Okay.
work.
All go?
Cool.
Or do I get to keep eating?
You can stay here and eat if you like. I mean, maybe too many people at once might be like a bad thing. I don't know. I don't know her that well, honestly. So I don't know whether that would freak her out or make her feel more comforted. I'm not sure.
Bring her some food.
I feel like maybe not the fire person, just for the moment.
Oh, isn't that
Wait.
like me and Theritis?
Yeah.
Oh, right.
You got to be more specific. Sorry.
I promise I won't set anyone on fire. Does that help?
I meant not Ailey, because, you know, the trauma's about fire, and I feel like... Yeah.
Ailey's a bit pro-fire. Yeah, I understand that. Yeah.
Yeah. And I feel like Ailey's trying to get her head around something, so we'll just sit here and continue to do that.
Amy's trying to get her head around something? What do you mean?
Don't worry about it.
You see, I have this chart.
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
You see the glimpse of a teacher with that poor drawing of herself in one
An
corner.
easel and like multiple pens.
I feel like I'll have a look at the chart when it's fully done. It seems to be a work in progress, and maybe
I feel
this will
like
ruin my
maybe-
experience otherwise.
Maybe the chart's not for you.
Oh, an exclusive chart that I can't see, huh? Okay.
Yeah, sure. It's
Fair enough.
So we have a teenager to console?
Yeah. You keep your charts. Let's go. I don't know. Try and fix some trauma. That's always gone well for us, hasn't it?
You're telling me, buddy.
Sometimes he does
Uh-huh.
fall into the like my mum category. That's like Ailey talking to Jun.
How does that work?
When he gets angry.
Okay.
But I guess did she just say that I'm like her mom? Is that what she said?
Maybe we should leave.
Yeah. I don't know if we should leave though, because last time we left, this wasn't happening. We come back and she's comparing me to her parents. It's really weird.
Well, do you want to hear her compare you to her parents?
No, you're right. Okay,
Yeah.
I'd rather just hear the end result. I don't need to follow the path there, I don't think. Let's go.
Oh no, our choices right now are whatever the hell Ailey's doing and a terrified teenager. Neither of these are good.
We know which of these answers is going to be probably easier to understand, though.
At the risk of sounding like incredibly millennial, I need a more adult.
Mm.
I feel like what this group fundamentally needs is a more adultier adult.
Yep.
That's what Jamie's for, right?
Why do you think
That's
we've
what you
adopted
use
all
it
these?
for.
No.
Sorry, what? Not help myself at all. Anyway. Cool. So we're gonna go off there.
Yeah.
Who are we following, Skelly?
Well, I mean, we don't need to hear more about the chart, I think.
Or Soz, kibosh on
There
that.
is an extended conversation in which Jun tries to, whilst still not understanding it himself, explain feelings to
the least qualified person here.
Good, bad,
Love it.
hungry.
all he knows is that Varys probably doesn't want to hear this conversation.
Aww. That's sweet of him.
And so he's just trying to keep it away from Varys. That's all he's trying to do.
Oh, that's so sweet.
That's some character development for him.
Yeah.
Well, he respects Varys. He won't admit that he likes Varys, but he respects Varys.
Yeah. I just feel like when sort of he first joined up with the party, he would have been like, this is going to be funny. He'd be the one eating pie popcorn.
Yeah, that's true. But he's like, no, I don't want Varys to be upset right now because Varys has enough upset to deal with.
Fair enough.
Absolutely fair.
Emotional growth. Anyway.
The opposite of emotional damage. Sorry.
So, you travel upstairs, make your way towards the room that has been assigned to Avril. It looks the same as every other bedroom door that you have approached in this place, but you know that behind there is a room of their comfort. What's the plan here?
Guess we knock.
Yeah, I feel like that's a good start.
I'll knock on the door. Avril?
The comedy urge to teenage full respond with just go away. You probably just hear like rampant sniffing and someone blatantly wiping their face on their sleeve very rapidly. Yes.
I wasn't crying, you're crying.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Avril, it's Varys and Tarakis. Are you okay?
Yeah, this house is really weird and the ceiling's leaky and so it's on my face. That's, I should move.
Oh, the yeah, if there's something dripping down from the ceiling repeatedly hitting you in the face, you should probably move from there.
Yeah, okay. Just probably a few more minutes.
Okay.
Okay.
Could we come in and talk to you? Is that okay?
Or do you want space?
Yeah.
This is very new to Avril. Avril has never had a room with a door before,
Mhm.
let alone one of their own. So it kind of has like the people are supposed to ask before they come in.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like
Okay.
a very, very, very snotty nosed, like sleeves draped over hands, opens the handle and like opens the door inwards so that you can see the room.
What do we see?
Did I send the picture in chat last week or did I send it in the other one?
That's a good question.
I think I sent it to. Where is it? Where's your chat gone, Larry? There you go. Oh god, that's huge. And sideways, I'm so sorry for the following image.
Disclaimer about the following image.
I took it on my
Like,
phone, to be fair. So boomer moment, I'm not turning it around.
Yep.
So roughly you see like some kind of farming barn kind of shindig. You're on a mezzanine floor and you can smell some kind of like really like gritty, horrible stew on the stove that smells like cheap home. There are the little kind of halfway made out of hay and hessian sacks cots on the floor. On the walls, those items, there are like a pile of little wooden carved figurines in one corner. On the walls, there's some kind of like bardic instrument. There's a really big sword which looks like it has a big red line running through the middle of the tang. The other wall is a cloak, and suspended from the ceiling is a pewter goblet which looks super, super fancy and has absolutely no right to be here.
Cool.
All this while it is still laid out exactly like all of your rooms are, but except of, you know, where the bed normally is, you see that there is a straw lined double bed essentially, and where the dresser is, instead it's like a rickety little dresser, and yeah, exactly like you found your rooms previously, where it is changed entirely based on the person who is in there. So you get a real sense of what Avril's comfort zone is.
Okay.
Oh, this place looks nice. Is that a Varus points over to the pot? Is that a perpetual stew?
It's the stuff my mom used to make. We didn't have a lot, but we managed to get by because my little sister, she was really, really popular, and so the village would give us stuff because she was like the little angel of the town, and so people would let us get extra rations and supplies to get by.
The others, well, we kind of saw it as well too. You ran away. Are you all right?
Did you see what happened downstairs?
I saw you screaming and running up the stairs, but I think that was about it.
I'm sorry.
You don't need to apologize. It's okay.
So, one time when I was little, my sister wasn't feeling very well, and I decided to try and cast the spell Dancing Lights. I'd seen it in an inn once, and so I wanted to give it a try and see if I could cheer her up. I didn't quite know what I was doing, and I did my best, but then the next thing I remember, the whole room was on fire, and she was a pile of ash, and then there were torches and pitchforks, and then there was people with too many teeth and big teeth, and then there was travel, and then the circus, and then I was but then I wasn't here because I don't remember, and then like kind of just blubbles on and trails off. Jamie taught me how to do the spell
Oh, that's
after
really
all these
nice of her.
years, and now I know how I screwed it up.
Oh, honey, no.
Mm.
No, that's
Like-
not on you.
Very
You were
slowly
trying-
cast a spell to prove that I can do it. See?
Hmm. I don't think that was on you. You were trying your best to do something nice for your sister.
Well, it was bad enough that I got rid of
Sorry, I'm being yelled at by
the
the
town's
cat.
favorite person, so they got rid of me, and then I got stuck in this other place, and I traveled for a while trying to find somewhere else to be because they didn't want me there anymore. And it turned out if you only set fire to stuff, lots of places don't want you. But then I found this other town, and everything was good. I made some friends, and then we traveled together. But then there was a bad guy, and he brought her back to life, so I had to kill her again.
Ooh.
All of my friends also had to kill the people that they liked, but then they ended up dead too. But then so did the bad guy. So I guess I won.
Oh, that's a lot. How long ago was this?
Not long.
Remembering that she does not
I-
remember any part of the Feywild.
Exactly.
know,
so
I know.
those
Well,
memories are probably closer than they were.
I
Yeah.
killed
Right?
the bad man, and then the sun came out, and we tried to bury all the people that were lost. And then a carnival was there, and they decided to keep traveling, so I went with them, and it turns out that they were bad guys. Yeah. I remember something from the slides, is what you called them, about a hunting wild.
Oh, the Wild Hunt.
That's how you ended
Yeah.
up with them.
That wasn't a
Those-
circus.
Those were the guys that
But they had such cool tents.
Yeah, they probably did, honestly. And they had the Yefhounds and stuff. I could see how you thought that was a circus, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They had dogs with old man faces. I mean, that
Yeah.
that sounds like a circus to me.
Yeah, honestly.
Well,
Where else are you gonna
I'd
see
met a
that?
circus before, but they were kind of working with the bad guys, so they weren't super good people. But I thought this one might be different. What's the chance that every circus is evil?
Oh, that's actually a good point.
More likely than you think.
I haven't actually come across a not evil circus.
I haven't come across any circuses, so I'm a flat zero for evil ones, but also a flat zero for like good ones as well too.
Okay.
The best circuses are evil.
Just
Well.
ask Ailey.
Well,
Her job was to steal from everyone while the performers were on.
fun.
I think I just get very sad when I think about my sister. Is that normal?
Yeah,
Yeah, it is.
you haven't
you
had a
have
lot of
sisters?
time.
I'm an only child.
Oh,
There
yes,
were.
I am now too.
Oof. Oof. You can see Varus like physically reacts to that, like he got hit in the stomach.
No, no, you're not. She still existed, and you still get to think about her, and you still get to remember her and love her. You're not an only child.
There's another word someone called me once. In your language, I think it's called a morphin.
Oh. Do
Do
you?
you turn into other things? You're morphing into them?
It's Emerald
Morphin.
desperately trying to say the word orphan.
Yeah.
Morphin time.
I got that. But
I thought I'd make it real obvious,
Varys.
just in case.
Yeah. Yeah, I was just like, does
Gotta follow
Varys
that
really
thread.
not?
Yeah.
Um,
Sometimes it's what I think would be most funny, and sometimes
Yeah.
it's most appropriate.
yes, sometimes Varys just be like that.
Opposite of Ailey, it's always what's
So-
most inappropriate.
So, when your parents are no longer alive, both of them,
No.
we tend to call that an orphan. Because we
Oh,
don't
an
want to say
orphan.
you don't have parents, because you do.
Extra loud sniff.
But it's really, really hard when they're not on the same plane as you anymore.
Is planes like where I come from and then how this is different?
I don't guess. I don't know what plane you come from.
Probably a
but it's
wrong
like,
one. Sniff, sniff, sniff.
no! Can I hug you?
I haven't. Okay.
Oh, yeah,
Pilot
Theric
who
is
has
okay.
not had a hug since the day they got yeet.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh,
So yeah, Theric will definitely be giving April a really big hug.
You are getting so much snot on your chest plate at
Yeah.
the moment, like bubbles of green.
It's
Mm.
okay, you're probably
Oh,
getting like a few extra drips from the ceiling on your back.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Oh god, hi Dizzy. Oh.
Yeah, there's a
Varys
lot
was
of
looking away
tears.
from them hugging and is blinking rapidly. Oh, hasn't been hugged. It's so sad.
Everil turns around, reaches a hand out, and then grabs you and pulls you in so that now there is 3 people.
Ah, okay. Hugs all round.
Hugs
So-
all.
If anyone was
I
to
don't-
walk through this room right now, they would just see hat and like 3 sets of legs.
Yeah. So, I know you might not want to talk to Jamie anytime soon, but she also lost her sister recently.
Why wouldn't I talk to Jamie?
Oh, I thought you were upset about the spell.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
Sad
about the
about the
lights.
spell, but Jamie didn't kill my sister. I didn't do it. I didn't do it. I didn't do it. I didn't do it. It like goes back into the repeat from the gravestone that you
Oh.
made at that time.
Oh, honey. It's not your fault.
Hmm.
No one killed your sister. That was an awful accident.
The second time.
The second time was forced upon you. That wasn't your choice.
I've been trying to tell myself that it wasn't really her. That he did maybe some weird magic or something.
I mean, we can attest to the fact that there are evil people out there who will bring people back from the dead. And when they use that kind of magic, they don't really come back as themselves. They're usually vengeful or mindless.
Is that what's gonna happen to your friend?
No, Jamie's protecting her. She'll be okay. We'll save her.
So, if I was smarter and had a nicer friend, I could have kept her?
It's
Like-
also about resources and access to them as well. Knowledge and things like that. Sometimes you just don't have them at that time.
And we don't know, like, magically what happened or what
Yeah.
where you come from, where the sort of the rules of the magic, what those are, and what we could have done.
Jesus.
Yeah.
What-
Yeah, that was a mistake.
Sorry.
Brittle.
So good.
Oh my god.
Audience was like, what the fuck?
The mighty orphan Power Rangers.
It's orphan time.
I feel like you need to edit the video so that like people can see it.
Yeah.
I
Like
can.
the image just comes up at this moment. No context.
What you do is have it slowly fade in over this conversation
Oh my
until it's the only
goodness.
thing on the screen.
No.
that's
Ellie
too much.
regrets
That's too much.
everything.
I've got
So-
another way to do this.
And then flashback to what Ailey suggested.
Make it the thumbnail for the episode.
Oh my god.
Goodness.
Okay.
No, I'll just
Oh boy.
here we go. Here it is. Here's the picture. That's all you needed to know. That was what got posted in the Discord. There you go.
Here's the content.
It's orphan time. That's all you needed to know.
Oh, jeez. Okay. So, it's also... It's not so straightforward, and it's not going to be straightforward with Micaiah either. But, like,
Yeah.
we had
We,
to...
Sorry.
We
go
had
ahead.
to let my mother die. And that's not anyone's fault. She had... There was also a bad time with magic and bad people. We weren't the bad people in that situation. Bad things were happening. Just like you weren't the bad people in your situation.
Yeah.
There was just bad things happening.
Magic is
Bad things happen to good people a lot of the time.
They do.
yeah. Yeah, they do. Magic is somewhat fickle when it comes to things like that. Especially if you want to like we have brought something back from the dead before. Ailey died. And that was a struggle.
Does that explain why Ailey's all makes wild hand gestures?
Yeah.
That are completely incomprehensible hand gestures.
She was actually kind of like that before.
Mhm. There has been almost no discernible difference aside from the fact that Ailey was convinced for a while that it was the Black Sun God and that Ailey needed to reap souls for them.
That doesn't sound good.
I
It's
still
not.
need to
I'm
have another
glad that it's.
conversation with them about that.
Yeah, I mean they've stopped stabbing corpses with sickles, so that's progress. I
It's
think.
an improvement, yeah.
It is, yeah. I mean, there's not now just extra holes in the people that we kill for no reason.
Yeah, they're for good reasons.
Oh yeah, for sure. It was more like, oh, this is what killed them, and then this person sat there for 10 minutes repeatedly stabbing them in the chest. It's a bit weird.
Oh.
No
So
comment.
it's weird if I sit there and draw them afterwards too? Like,
No.
pushes sketchbook slightly further under haystack.
I think it's fine.
They came very much in handy with you
Yeah.
losing your memory of the past couple of weeks in the Feywild.
Yeah, I think you recording whatever you feel is interesting or pertinent or something that you should really pay attention to. I think that's a great idea.
I try to make sure that it's nice enough so that I could sell them. It's
I think you
how
could
I
do
made
that,
money
yeah.
for a while, because it turns out you can't stay in the inn for free.
Yeah.
Mm,
You can stay here for
True.
free, though.
never had a room before. This is strange.
I mean, we also have a house as well too. You wouldn't have to pay to stay there.
A whole house?
Yeah, it's a little weird because we kind of like I feel like there's like legal terms for it, but I don't understand them. We discovered a thing, and there was a house that was kind of hiding that thing, so we took over the house so that nobody else would find it. That makes sense?
Kind of.
Yeah.
It's like a proper house, so you
Yeah.
don't have to be worrying about where you're gonna stay when you're with us. And if we have to pay for lodgings or whatever, we'll do that, and that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
But what will happen when I lose you again?
Well, I'm gonna be really hard to lose. I have
I
also died before.
can
And-
attest to that.
Is
That's true.
digging in their robes and slowly pulls out a pouch and opens it, and it's got a large sum of gold in it. Is this enough to stay in inns?
But if anyone asks
Uh,
for all of that, that's wrong. Because that's way too expensive.
Don't show it to Ailey.
Yeah.
Don't,
Yeah.
don't show people that you have a lot of money, or they will probably try and take it.
I sold some of the stuff that I got from the bad guy, but I got these really cool robes. Look, they've got pockets.
Cool.
They've also got these weird bits on them, and if I pull it off, they become real.
You gotta what?
Real?
You pull
So-
things off of it and it becomes real?
I thought they
Yeah.
were real.
So on top of it was like some, and then like shows like little bits that have like pouches that are hidden into it. Gelly, the ones that are on it, are those the ones that we rolled?
Yes.
Good. Like the ones described underneath it?
Yeah.
Cool. It shows a patch with like a dagger on it, and then shows a patch that has like a mirror, one that has a big bit of rope on it, one that has an iron door. Like, look, I can pick this up and just put it in a place, and then it's like a fresh thing to be in the way. And then there's like this healing. Like, look here on my hood. Look, these ones are drinks, and they make you feel better.
And you see images, like a very intricate embroidery of healing potions.
Oh my god. Healing potions.
Oh yeah.
These are really good things.
We definitely need to stock up on healing potions, by the way.
Yeah.
I don't know about you guys, but I used every one that I had.
Well, you could have these four. I could make them real.
Well,
We
How do
don't
you-
need to do that right now, I don't think.
Oh, okay.
Maybe? I'm not sure.
They can say attached, and then we could use them.
can we make more of those?
I
For
don't
you?
know.
Yeah, so maybe we should save them for emergencies.
Hmm.
The first patch I took off to see if it would work was a pair of socks, and they're quite comfy.
Wonderful.
Cool.
But this one says it's a mastiff. Mastiff?
Oh. Is
I
it
got two
dog?
of those.
You know Codswallop?
Yeah.
He's a mastiff.
Could have two dogs?
You could have 3 dogs at this point if we're counting Codswallop. Do they like last forever?
I don't know.
Do you remember how long you've had the socks?
Good question. I was only saying it to like demonstrate that I've figured out how it works. I was pulling that
Sorry.
out of my entire butt.
We
DM
can come back to it.
discretion.
You don't remember how long you were in the Feywild for, so you have no idea.
Good
don't
point.
know how time worked in the Feywild, so
Yep.
Because I'm pretty sure they just become an actual physical item, and it doesn't like.
Yep.
Yeah.
So the
This. Sorry.
yeah, they would become a regular mastiff. Of course, there's in the specific patch that you've got. It's two. You see embroidered two dogs. So when you'd use that patch, it would become two mastiffs at once. You can't separate them both.
Yeah, it doesn't have like a 2 times.
Yeah, exactly.
so it is.
Oh, I should probably
Two
take off this
individual
one though before
messages.
Ailey sees it. Tears off the one that says 100 gold p. Holding gold pieces, desperately trying to shove them into inner pocket.
Yeah, so your watch as the one that's embroidered to look like a pouch that's overflowing with gold pieces. As they begin to tear it, you see it start slowly transforming into that sack in their hands, and then once it's fully removed from the robe, it becomes a heavy weight in their hand, and they struggle to empty out the gold pieces.
I've got some other shiny stuff too that I found from the bad man. And this cool necklace that I have that I've kept away from Ailey because I think they would steal it. Like gently lifts it and it's like a massive bat.
That's so cool.
Ferris nods. You're getting a good idea for what to do so far. Keep shiny things away from Ailey.
Yeah.
If you have to leverage them for like keeping Ailey away from something or getting Ailey to do something, that sometimes works too.
Yeah.
I don't remember
jingle
it. But
jangle.
when you talked
Yeah.
about it in the slides, they seem to agree very much with when you talked about shiny things. So I picked up on that.
They do, yes. Yeah.
Have you seen my arcane focus?
Your arcane focus?
The thing I use to cast spells.
Oh, sorry. I know what it means. I don't think I have seen it. No.
Pulls out of a different robe pocket because these things have pockets fucking everywhere.
Awesome.
A piece of wood which is blatantly just a chunk of a plank, and on the end of it is a still glowing ember. This is from my house.
That's.
Oh.
Does that ember just do that all the time and it doesn't like burn you or anything?
It doesn't feel hot.
Cool.
Tip of piece of wood. See?
I wonder if it's anything like a spell I know how to do. Where it makes fire that like isn't hot and just like is always there.
I saw the
like
private
it.
roll. I'm like, am I taking a D10 of fire damage?
Yeah, I was like,
No, you're not. Don't worry about that.
it's all the private- overhearing
I'm sorry.
The DM
conversation.
says, "Don't worry about that."
Exactly. The DM says, yes, everything seems to be fine.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
There's gonna be a couple of those. Don't worry about them.
this is my I believe you. Oh god, now it's 2d10 worth of psychic damage that time, was it?
No, don't worry. Don't worry.
Just trying to.
There's a couple of things.
He's just trying to do some stuff.
I'm just trying to do some things. Yeah.
The clicky
Chill.
flex to make sure I'm paying attention, right? That's all it
Exactly.
is. Yeah.
Gilly's sticking his fingers in some pies. Just wait.
Mm-hmm.
Oh god.
Continue.
Okay.
Oh dear.
So you have a lot of cool things.
Yeah, you do. I don't think you have a huge amount to worry about when it comes to losing us. If anybody of us is to get lost, we are the best people to bring them back.
What my last people said.
Well, they weren't us, so
Yeah, I
obviously.
know that sounds It sounds a bit like a brag, but like it's true. They're not us.
I'm mostly concerned with the fact that you seem very attached to us, and we're doing a lot of dangerous things, and I'm not worried about our well-being. Well, I stare down at my arm. I think we'll be kind of okay in the end, but I want to keep you safe. Because you
Yeah.
shouldn't
The
have
dice
to go
rolls just
through more
disappeared.
things.
I'm still nervous.
I feel that too.
DM tricks. He's just messing with us.
Oh dear.
I feel like if you wanted to do something bad, you would have done it by now.
It's less about us doing something bad and more the fact that we are fighting probably the worst people that could be imagined. They want a tide
There's worse
of
people
dead
than
people.
him.
Well, there's a god that is siphoning the dead from the planes they are supposed to go to when they die and using their, I don't know, spiritual power to become stronger. So, like, pretty bad.
And there have been people who have been like resurrected, but they haven't been right.
Yeah.
That has also happened, and we don't want that to keep happening for people.
Yeah, you remember that picture of the guy with the sword that I showed you? The one that we fought while we were there? His name was Rillen.
Yeah.
He was with us at one point. He died, and when he died, he went to the Black Sun's realm rather than to the place he thought that he was going to, because he was a paladin of a deity, and he didn't go there, and it completely ruined him. And now he works for the Black Sun.
So if I hang out with you, I could end up wrong?
If you hang out with us, you could be in incredible danger, which we don't want to put you in without you knowing the full scope of what it is that we actually deal with.
But if I'm not with you, then I'll become part of a bad circus again and just be in danger but without friends?
You don't have to. We aren't giving up on you, and you can continue traveling with us and doing stuff with us. It's just a lot more dangerous to travel with us than it is to sort of hole up somewhere and start anew. That being said, anyone currently who dies on this continent without some really, really, really strong ties to other gods, like really intense ones, the vast majority of people, when they die, they go to the Black Sun God, and he does not treat people well, and it's not right, and it's not okay. So we need to stop him from doing that. So it's okay if you want to help us too, but we don't want to force you to do anything. You're so young.
It should be your decision, and you should know what it is you're actually deciding before you do it, that's all.
I already apparently traveled with you a whole bunch and did all sorts of stuff. Why would I stop now? I came all this way, and now if I went anywhere else, I'd start all over again, and I'd just be in danger, and I wouldn't have people. And currently, I have people, and yes, they might they might suddenly die or go wrong, but at least they're people.
I think any of us will actually go wrong from the Black Sun God, though, because most of us have. Well, we've all had interactions and faced him, and I don't think he's going to break us. And that makes him really angry, but I don't think any of us will be like Valen.
Yeah. He got really mad at us and sent a dream thing to try and mess with us at one point. Which kind of tells me that he knows that, we're not on board in the same way some others might be.
Everyone's starting to get mad at the suggestion that, because you know how small children minds be,
Yeah.
that somehow they are not good enough to be coming with you on your adventure, even though it is very clearly not your message.
Yeah.
And
Uh-huh.
starts to seethe and want to throw fireballs at walls and is like holding in the biggest temper tantrum. And so the tears are starting up again, but this time they're extremely angry tears, and is looking at you two like, but you don't get to tell me that I can't come. I don't. That's stupid.
Good.
You cut out a
As long
bit
as
there.
Oh, sorry. You can absolutely come with us. You can do these things with us.
Yeah.
Absolutely. We don't want you to think you have to.
We don't want to send you in blind to it or pretend like it's going to be a jolly good time or anything like that. Like what we're doing is fighting bad people. Horrible stuff happens, and you should be aware of that before you make your decision. That's it. You can make whatever decision you want to, but it's dangerous. Incredibly fucking dangerous.
I made it this far. I'm not going anywhere.
Okay.
I know what it feels
Besides,
like to be alone. And I
You-
choose this too.
You like need me and stuff. He gets really salty about the fact that they are being perceived as not tough enough, which is clearly not
Yeah.
what's happening. I know.
I know. For all. We have seen what you could do. You may not remember it, but in the Feywild, you fought really, really scary people who were way harder for us to fight than anyone else on this plane that we've fought so far, kind of. And
Mostly.
Yeah, you showed me
you
that I
didn't
fought
flinch.
a house. I
Yeah.
thought that one was a bit of a stretch.
You didn't.
No, it was real. That
It-
was the thing.
It
I
had
thought
legs.
that was a joke on me.
No.
No,
sorry,
that happened.
Baba Yaga had a house on giant turkey legs. Yeah, that one was real.
Yeah.
Hmm.
We're not like winding
And-
you up or anything.
So I fight a house on legs, and I fight a bad guy with a bad sword, and I apparently turn into flames and help you out a whole lot, and now you're just telling me how dangerous it is. Did you tell me before I did all those things?
Much of a choice in the Feywild because
Hmm.
the danger was going to happen whether we were there or not. Because it's a really dangerous place, especially if you don't know what's going on. So we were
mean,
kind of trying our best to keep you safe while you were there, and then you were kind of just keeping yourself safe. And we didn't. Oh, there was a lot going
Well,
on.
if I could keep myself safe, then I don't need you to suddenly tell me now that seems just.
We didn't really have much time to pause in the Feywild, and I think we've now come to a place where we can at least take our take our hands off the reins a bit and sort of slow
Take your
down.
foot off the stirrups. Is that what you meant?
Sure, yeah, I
Yeah.
didn't ride the horse that much, he says, thinking about the fact that he rides a horse all the time. But we have time to reflect, which means that we have time to talk about these sorts of things and give them the time that is warranted to them.
Yeah, especially because when we were in the Feywild, when we first met you, there was a time there where you didn't think you had a choice when you were with us, and that was really upsetting because we didn't realize that we hadn't properly given you that choice. So I wanted to make sure now, especially because you don't remember that you do have a choice. You get to decide what you want your life to be and who you want to spend your life with.
I choose the friends.
Okay,
Cool. Good.
we choose you too.
Mm-hmm.
Even if it means I end up making flowers.
Yeah?
Feel like that's
Oh.
a more specific thing,
Oh.
but I understand the sentiment. Yes.
We don't want you to end up that way, and we're going to do everything we can to make sure you don't end up that way.
Yeah.
Well, same. So there.
Good.
Cool.
Fine.
Do you want a flower?
Good talk.
And I just
doing the equivalent, like, so we're done then? So we still love each other then? Fine.
Yeah. Thorgus just pulls a flower out of the bunch in her hand, just holds it out like, you want one?
Goes to hold it, but is probably so angry that is slightly running a smolder. So, like, holds fire, watches it wilt.
It should be fine if you put it in water. But there's more downstairs.
I don't like that water stuff.
Jamie's got
That's
like
okay.
boxes of these. I'm sure we'll be able to find more.
So I'm
Well,
allowed to stay,
Yeah.
and no
You
one's
were
gonna be stinky just because I'm little.
My
And
goodness.
like looks at Varys, no offense.
I mean, people are probably going to be stinky because you're little, but that's just a thing that happens. Sorry.
Yeah, it's a people thing.
Mm-hmm.
It came in useful before. Because I got to pretend I was little and stupid, and so no one suspected me.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're very smart.
It's amazing what people will overlook. It's amazing how many times people will ask you if you want uppies too.
I'm just thinking back to
Sorry.
the giant lollipop that was your gun.
Yep.
And you were
Yes, it's
When he was
that we're
pretty good child.
referencing
Uh-huh. Yeah.
right in this moment.
I am regular human dad, yes. We go fair, child, yeah. The circus.
So, Dad?
The Rice has done Varys' journey so many times when it comes to height. I feel like it's because as the player, I'm very short, so I do not pull punches about making short jokes because normally it's fine, but it is not okay as the right
I can tell you that there's only really been one scenario in which a thing about Varys' height or uppies has really upset him, and it wasn't committed by anybody in this party currently.
Woo!
It's fine.
Yeah. God. Oh, yeah. Yeah. But yeah, so that's a lot of really hard stuff that you've just gone through. All of us have also gone through hard stuff. And
Why we should hang out.
Yeah, you could talk to us anytime.
In case the bad guy with the big teeth comes back.
Yeah, I will kill him.
We will probably have to talk about that a bit more when you're feeling better, just so we sort of know what to look out for if that shows up, you know?
Oh, he has a lot of friends. And I think they're mostly people that he already made like him. And
Is
he
he?
doesn't like mirrors. and
Oh,
he's trying to turn more people like him, but especially this one girl, he just would not leave her alone. So we teamed up with her to try and save her.
And he had teeth.
Yeah.
big teeth.
Yeah.
How
Roll-
much do
roll history
our
checks.
characters know? Thank you.
Yep. History. Okay.
But like, yeah,
14s?
same roll.
So there's a different DC for both of you. Thoracus, no clue. There could be a lot of things. You know, a lot of fey creatures.
Not a lot of vampires in the forest.
No, you know, a lot of fey creatures have many teeth. You know that there's things like hags and other fey creatures that transform people into things. Sounds like a crazy story. Sounds cool, but not for Thoracus. Not familiar. Varys. At a 14, you remember a story from like the early settlers of your township, of your folk in general, talking about the talks of the vampire, a creature that is of the night, that transforms its victims into more of itself. Exactly what you're not sure who she's talking about, things like that, but you get the sense that she's talking about that relates to the fact that her language is familiar to you, that is of that it's there's a couple of things clicking in your brain here where you're like, this could be right. She could be talking about a vampire.
Yeah, similar sort of cultural touchstone type thing.
Exactly.
The linked language.
Yeah.
There's another thing too. He always made the weather super weird. Have you ever been to a place where it's never sunny?
I believe the Feywild was not sunny while we were there.
Oh.
That's not the same though. It sounds like you said big teeth, right? Like
Yeah.
big teeth, and it turns people into things like it.
Yeah.
That sounds like it could be a vampire. A vampire.
Hey, you know that word?
Yes, it's not pleasant. I don't know much about them, just like kind of a general what they do. They like to turn people into what they are, make more of themselves, grow more powerful, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
You dealt with one of those?
And that it's Ailey's backup plan.
Doesn't know that one.
Nope.
Probably wouldn't want to know that.
No. And even then, Ailey's idea of what a vampire is entirely different to what.
Yeah. It's from all the random vampire love story books.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Fueled from all the romance literature that's been read to her.
Yeah.
Her
Whereas-
brother was a big fan.
Yeah. Whereas Varys knows of an ancient story told by his forefathers of creatures that would steal children and beautiful women and beautiful men and take them away from their families, shun the night, shun the day, shun all religious iconography, cause general havoc, and specifically would just do torturous things to particular people they didn't like, where they would turn one of the children in a family, let them mourn them before returning them to their family and then letting them rip through their own family. Things like that. Compared to Ailey's idea of them, which has just been overly romanticized.
More like Buffy.
Yeah,
It's like,
more like the the Bram Stoker's Dracula version, where it's more romanticized. He's just he's just there for one woman, and it's very sexually orientated. That's what Ailey's like. She's like, oh yeah, I would let a guy suck my neck and turn me into a vampire, let me live forever. That sounds cool. I want to be a dragon already. That's all Ailey's gotten from it. But again, Ailey's not hearing this conversation. We'll see how it goes when it finally gets relayed to you. But yeah, knowing that that Everil has had to deal with apparently a very powerful vampire, was capable of changing the weather of wherever he was, and putting the pieces together now, surviving an onslaught with him, defeating him, and losing all of her friends to him. Quite an ordeal.
You're very strong to have made it as far as you have.
I mean, I think most people are stronger than they think.
That's true.
But you have to be strong, otherwise the big shadow will come again, and then I will cast a big fire and everyone will die.
Well, luckily we have some people who are somewhat fireproof.
Why do you think I want to travel with you?
I mean, I say that as somebody who's definitely not fireproof, but I appreciate the sentiment.
Point hands away from Varys, like very obviously.
So, you have unraveled some mystery here.
But not enough!
oh my god, really?
My dumbass is sitting here like, ah!
Okay.
Meanwhile, Ailey has moved on from the chart and is asking Jamie if she knows whether she came from an egg or was born.
Again, is there a different kind of pay?
Jamie would purse her lips, squint a little bit at you, and go, "Born." Does it work for you?
Like,
Jun, you were also born, if that's what you're about to ask.
No, Jun is just he's knowing that Jamie like has this insight into the nature of things, is very tempted to ask about Ailey's like emotional alignment chart, but then thinks better of it because he doesn't want to restart that conversation and risk Varys walking back into it.
Yeah. But yes, definitely born. That's the whole, half human part of this. That's just kind of how it has to go. Much more enjoyable that way, anyway.
Yeah, I didn't think there was eggs, but you never know, because, they did hide other things from me.
That's fair. Anything else you want to know?
Do you know
I could probably find out, but that takes a little bit longer. Do you really want to know?
Well, more, is he still alive?
Let's see. She steps, gets up from her chair, steps over to you as you're sitting in your chair, sticks her finger out and just pokes you in the center of your forehead. And suddenly you are, you feel yourself thrown back, but your body isn't. Your spirit is essentially removed from your body, and in a flash you are across the ocean, back in the old continent, and you see a brief glimpse of your father walking around in a crowd of people. He was what instrument did he play? I can't remember.
He played a few.
Well, he's got a guitar on his back. He is wrapped in.
Knows many.
Exactly. He's got a guitar strapped to his back. He is wrapped in lots of different cloaks. He is in a very sandy part of the world. It's familiar to you, but you're not exactly sure of the name of it. But he's walking by. There's a bunch of different races and stuff walking around him. No one's really paying much heed, but he is. He seems like he's in a hurry somewhere. But that is all the glimpse you get before you are rocked back into your body. And just as you feel Jamie remove her finger from your forehead. You see him?
That's good. Yeah, he's doing the normal. He gets the money for the family mostly. Kind of.
I see.
Mum gets it too when she kills people for people.
That makes sense. Would you like me to send you to her as well?
No, that's okay.
Okay.
As this unfolds, Jun kind of just looks slightly more and more curious, but doesn't say anything.
Well, I wonder how.
Got up to while
Yeah.
the serious conversation was happening.
I wonder what those others are up to. I wonder if Avril's feeling better. I'll go and check on them.
Ailey's probably badly singing a song or tapping along on the table to something like her dad used to play.
Fair enough. Jamie is just gone. Not walked, just disappeared. And at that very moment, upstairs, you hear a knock at the door. You guys all right in there?
Yeah, there was a leak in the ceiling apparently.
A leak? Oh, I better have that fixed.
I'm pretty sure it's gone now.
Hmm.
Stares up at the ceiling with snot covered down my chest and on my sleeves. It's not there.
A phantom leak, I see. Would you like me to come in and clean up?
I've discarded scrapbook pages under mattress. What do you mean?
Clean up the leak.
No, we've taken care of it, love. Don't worry.
Yeah, I have mending. It's fine.
Okay, cut the pretense, everybody. I know, I know what you mean. Would you like me to come in and see if everything's okay?
You're supposed to tell people if they can come in.
This is your room.
You can say no if you want.
No.
Right?
Yes.
Good choice.
She slowly.
With a big grin on face, I can say no.
She slowly opens the door.
And Thoricus will just lead him and be like, and if you really want people to leave, you can tell them to leave as well.
You get to do that in your own room.
What?
And it's your room, so like they have to go or they're being impolite.
Mm-hmm. The social contract is something that you should leverage when you can.
What is polite?
Like,
I thought you would have understand the necessary requirements for entering an abode, considering the enemies that you previously have fought.
Oh, I just knew
the
that
whole-
guy was real stinky about it.
Well, it works on regular people too, if they're...
You had to ask him really nicely or give him any sort of reason to come in. And then my other friends explained that the town guard can do that, but they have to have a piece of paper first.
Yes, well, it works on regular people as well, if they are nice enough.
Oh.
Bad people, not so much.
yeah. And that's when you're allowed to be mean to them back.
Exactly. But yes, let me clean up a little bit. And there's a tiny purple light on her hand as she waves it. All of the snot and tears that is accumulated on anyone's clothing is removed. And she says, well, it is usually a custom in these kingdoms for when a magic is granted to another from a senior, that you get I guess a tattoo is the word for it, and she flashes up her flashes all of her tattoos that line her arms.
She flashes?
It flashes. All of her tattoos light up. Just a brief flash of the light of her tattoos. But of course, your element is not mine. So if you don't want me to, or if you don't want a tattoo, that's perfectly fine. But if you would like to have one to signify your connection with the elemental plane of fire, I can make that happen if you like. Would you like something like that? Like this? Avril?
Well, I could. So far, it's been mostly a bad thing. Except for being able to burn down houses and stuff. That's kind of useful when I control it.
Let this be a symbol of your control.
Will it move?
It can if you want.
What kind of picture should I get?
Well, I know the Fire Kingdom themselves like... Well, they like flames. They like lots of pictures of flames all over them, but... Do you... You have an image of mind. You have an image in mind of your sister, yes?
Yeah.
I can put that image on you, if you like. Or maybe just her name? Something you can think about. And you can always come back to me.
I thought people who got inky stuffs, you were supposed to wait until you were more grown up in case you change your mind. If it moves, does that mean I don't have to change my mind, that it'll just move?
I'm not sure about non-magical tattoos, but I would understand that they would be quite permanent and quite stagnant. So I can understand why they wouldn't want children getting them. But yes, these are for they respond to you, to your desires, to your wants. So they would, if you completely disregarded your magic altogether, they would be gone. So
I think moving art sounds very cool. My art always looks like this. Shows one of the most horrifying pages of Notebook. Like, just opens it at a random page.
she is not disgusted at all.
No, I wasn't.
Not shocked.
I wasn't going for disgust. I was just going for like the, oh look, my pictures are 2D. Ooh. Like...
She smiles. You're a very good artist.
That's
I
how I
think-
made. Oh wait, no, I'm not supposed to tell you.
Okay, that's fine. And of course, me giving this gift onto you is not... It signifies as well our kingdom's friendship to the humans. And you are a human. And anyone like yourself who have come in contact with the elemental planes would be welcome here. Well, my kingdom welcomes a lot more than just that, but that's a story for another time.
I think Jun would have like followed Jamie up the stairs and would be like kind of hovering near the doorway.
Ailey would still just be like thinking about her dad and singing songs by herself downstairs. Probably 2 cods more.
Oh god.
I
Poor
don't notice
dog.
none.
No, don't notice Jen at all.
Nope.
Poor Codswallops
is
dancing
Jun?
with Ailey.
Yeah.
And he's probably like howling along like, oh.
Yeah, probably.
They're having a grand old time.
Again, I leave it up to you. I don't even need to be present to do this for you. That is just how my magic works these days.
Will it be painful?
Not at all. Well, not any more painful than anything you've already come up against.
Oh.
I mean, like, inside hurts, you know?
I can do outside hurts. They're way less painful than inside hurts.
Exactly.
Organ damage does really suck.
Organ damage?
Oh yeah, we haven't had any of the butchering lessons. Okay, well next time I go hunting I'll show you.
And
Yes.
then we cut up this bit and this bit. Suddenly works out where those turkey legs came from, hurls.
Didn't remember the turkey legs, it's fine.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, dear.
Oh, hi.
Everything's okay.
Anyway, as much as I love to have you all here, and I just, yeah, wish the time wouldn't get away from us like it does. I do believe that you all need to head out as quickly as you can. I believe you've got a lot of people you need to talk to.
Yes, a number of them. Oh, before I forget, could you please replenish the necklace?
Of course.
Thank you. It has been incredibly helpful. Much appreciated.
Oh, I'm very glad.
kept us from dying on a number of occasions.
That, I guess that's good.
Yeah, it is.
Certainly better than the alternative.
Yes. I know that you're a miracle worker, but not getting to that stage would probably be best for everybody, I think.
Indeed. Well, show it to me.
Okay. Varys will take off the necklace that he wears basically as a bandolier and hold it out.
And as she waves her hand over each gem stone and sit into it, you see they slowly fill with light.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Wonderful. Thank you very much.
What does that do?
These are spells, essentially, of healing. It allows me to quickly replenish somebody's life essence if they are falling too close to death.
Oh.
When I click my boots together, I can zip around a whole lot, so I can get close enough to people to be able to do that and make sure that they don't pass on before their time is called.
I
Yeah.
noticed that lots of people here don't seem to be able to look after one another like that. I used to know someone who looked after themselves like that. Would it help if I learned some spells like that?
I mean, the choice is yours. If you would like to, then that's entirely up to you. There are things like healing potions that we can buy also. Although in saying that, we should probably talk to Wayclaw as well, because we did a thing, and usually that means that we get some money so that we can pay for the things that we'll use to do the next thing. So
Yeah. Though I mean,
that might be helpful.
I've recently gotten better at that, but I don't have a lot of spare magic to do it with.
Yeah, unlike the magic that you all use, the magic from this necklace is in pieces, essentially. So once it is used, I would need Jamie to replenish it for it to be used again. So we have 3 lots of those.
To be fair, a lot of our magic comes from Jamie. And just give her a little smile.
Indeed.
And now I have Jamie magic too.
You do.
We all do. Varys will turn around and push down the collar of his jacket, and you can see the elvish rune that's tattooed on the back of his neck.
So you can't get rid of me because I have Jamie magic, so I can't go anywhere.
Yep.
I don't think
You're all linked
we
to me
can
now.
get rid of you. Hey, some of us more than others.
A cult.
I like this cult. I'll stay here.
Nick Minute plans IRL hoodies for the whole team. Join the club. We've got jackets.
Wait, what was our name again? You told me it not too long ago, Skelly, and I've forgotten again.
Your team is currently known around this continent as the Crimson Muzzle. But of course, it has been rife with rumor and other things, so...
Oh yeah, some of the rumors we started ourselves.
Yeah, so some of you are known by completely different natures than your own.
And names.
And names. Yes, let me... it's 10 o'clock, so we'll finish up here, but I'll remind everybody on how that went. Let me find it. Real good, Rick.
Sorry, you go ahead.
Yeah, so your mistaken identity of the Crimson Muzzle was the Red Kiss instead, thought to be an extreme beauty, voluptuous and all that, with an arrow that always strikes true, all that sort of stuff.
But my real titles I do have written down if you want me to say them.
Yes, you do also have regular titles as well.
Thoricus, Demon's Bane, Quell of the Fae, the Red Kiss, Flaming Horseman, the Tears of Death, Corvid of Souls.
Corvid of Souls is so good.
Yeah.
Let me find.
We've all got long titles like that. I
Yes,
just wrote mine down.
you do have regular titles individually, but I mean, for as a group, you are known as the Crimson Muzzle, due to that. Basically because of Ailey, spreading rumors about.
Ailey ran a disinformation, but like hyping us up at the same time type campaign.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which leads to
get people to leave us alone a bit more.
Yeah.
Has that worked though?
Not really.
I mean, the Thieves Guild have left us alone since the pile of moldy heads.
Since we like gutted most of their infrastructure.
I killed a lot of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got the rest of them to kill each other.
Hey, they put a bounty on us. That's their fault.
Yeah.
Anyone
But
who
that's
decides
how
they
it
still
started.
want to fight someone who will snort spice in front of them is a bit stupid. I was pulling
I think that
Peaky
was-
Blinders level shit.
That was some. I think that was different thieves.
They were from the guild.
Were they? Oh, I thought.
Well,
I
all
thought
Thieves
the spice
Guilds are
was
kinda
done
related, but...
in the Elven Kingdom.
No,
No, that was done.
that was
Ah.
Yeah.
in the one of the early villages of towns.
Okay.
yeah, that was when we were having some
At
beef
some
with the
random
Thieves Guild.
bar, pub, smoking gentleman's club or something.
It was like
Yep.
the seedy club we could find that we knew the Thieves Guild would be in.
Exactly.
Oh, I see.
Because it was
Yeah.
known for people talking too much.
Yeah.
But we set fire to a table or something as well, trying to threaten them.
There was a lot of stuff like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, the mistaken identity of Varys was called Varen. He was apparently he's a mage with a powerful artifact capable of anything, and he defeated the Thieves Guild strongest in a single blow. And the fictional version of Ailey that was made up was ended up being like a blend of Ailey and the orc that they had at the time. Aenid became their name, was a 10-foot tall horned demon with bat-like wings, breathes fire hotter than dwarven furnaces, with a foul stench and screams that follow in their wake, and they once ate 1,000 babies they ate 1,000 babies as a human and was turned into a demon as punishment and forced to work with this team.
Well, shit, that was a little bit of a self-fulfilling prophecy, wasn't it? Whoops.
Yeah. But of course, there's the actual rumors of you to go around, which blends within a lot of that stuff.
We need to work on titles for Jun
I
and,
don't
and
even
for
know
Avril.
what Ailey's titles
Jun
are.
has a title. It's Scully. I can't remember the exact wording, but I remember the intention.
I do have it here somewhere.
Please, I will write it down.
I should have written it in a different place. Damn it.
It's like Null's most. It's.
Yes. Yes,
yeah, you know
indeed.
the one.
I do know the one. Oh, man. Where did I put it? I'm so annoyed at myself. Too many things around here.
This is why I wrote all mine down.
That's fair.
Take
I
the.
think every time they're all
onus
read
off
out,
you.
I'm normally not here.
No, you are here a lot of the time.
I just don't remember.
Yeah.
I try to write stuff down, but I'm not always good at it, and I don't always know where I wrote it down.
I try to put stuff because we've got a whole like biography bit. There's a bunch of things there. Not that I have actually ordered anything. It's kind of a running commentary at this point, and it's got some pretty funny things in there. Like the fact that she has looked, well, at the time of writing, she had looked 6,381 things for science.
Nice.
But it's considerably more now. Because that was part of the 2 truths and a lie thing.
Oh yeah,
That's right.
I forgot
Yeah.
about that.
Yeah.
That's so annoying.
Like, I have stuff written in here like Rebecca McChicken can suck it. And there's one that's just like the sideways, like number 3 hearts with Jamie in it.
No.
Yeah. So I guess I kind of keep a little bit of a journal for her randomly.
That's cool. Nice.
Yeah, I have notes up until the point that we came to the Elven Lands initially.
Mm.
And I just have not been keeping notes since, which is terrible.
No, the chaos took over. It's alright.
Man. Well, I don't remember where I put it. So we'll, if we do ever find it, that is also one of Jin's titles, the forgotten title. But
The forgotten one.
I mean, that's a good one. I like that. But I was also just thinking of that the Shadow of Null is also a good one, as it implies, you know, that you shadow him all the time.
Like former Shadow of Null.
Mm-hmm. But I'm sure you will gain more titles as these things go on.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Chosen by the Queen of Air and Darkness, or something like that, where it implies much more like of a close relationship, rather than just being a follower. I feel like that would be good.
We will see. Anyway, that's the end of the episode. Thanks for joining, everybody. Yeah, we've learned some things. If you can guess what Averil's thing is about, pop it in the comments, because you'll see this after everybody else, so we'll see if you guys can get it before these guys can.
I bet everyone has. I mean, there's just heaps of people who are like, yeah, it's this, obviously.
I'm gonna be so upset when it comes out.
I want you to know that during this episode alone, I have received several messages like, "Is it this?"
In fact, there were times
I'm like,
when
Ailey wasn't there for it.
And
so
I also got let me get the wording of this right. I retract my guess.
All right. Well, goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.